Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. And are you ready for the Parabolic Bitcoin bull run? Because apparently it just started today. Just kidding. We've been in the early stages of the Bitcoin bull run for a while, I think since the end of October. And that's exciting. I'm excited about it, especially because I have long-term holds of Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of my moon bags like Gala and Matic and Dogecoin and all kinds of stuff. But we're actually saw Bitcoin break out yesterday. We've been waiting to break out of that range, and we finally did, and I'm very excited about it. But one of the reasons why I'm really excited about today is because of killer whales. So we're going to talk about that. Also, too, my eyelashes grew back. They grew back. And I put some mascara on today because I have a lot of different media things I have to do. But I'll share a little secret with you guys. I just want to hide under the blankets. I don't want to do anything today, but I'm going to show up to everything that I promised. I've got like 3 or 4 things to do plus my stuff. But I want to hide. I want to hide under the blankets and eat, I think some fresh coconut, maybe some coconut, some, water with lime, and then like a warm loaf of French bread with extra butter. Let's go ahead and get into it because it's an exciting day. It's an exciting day. So first and foremost, we got to talk about killer whales, and I'm going to play the little clippy clip for you. Actually, I'm not going to play the clippy clip. We'll play the clippy clip, but this is it. We're officially live. Like the projects that we covered on killer whales has been announced, so I can talk about it now. But we have Plastics, PundyX Labs, Lumar Tiny Homes, Ape Beverages, and I was on set with Ran, Mario, the Mooch, my paisan, us Italian Americans, us Sicilian Americans, we got to stick together. And of course, my besties, Altcoin Daily. It was a really great experience. I hope you guys watch it. It was just a really great experience. It was a lot of fun to do. So I'm very blessed to be affiliated with, the show, and I'm also going to be on for season 2 and season 3. I just signed for that, so it's going to be very fun and interesting. So if you have a crypto project, they're going to be opening things up soon. And also to you guys, there's certain things I can't talk about. When I sign a contract for somebody, when I sign an NDA, when I give somebody my word, I'm not going to discuss X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to. Okay. Because it's not good to do, because I'm getting a lot of people messaging me on all various social media platforms, asking me about Hello Labs and killer whales and stuff, because they want that inside alpha, which I get, but I can't give because that wouldn't be ethical. And that wouldn't, you can't grift within the constraints of anything with giving out secrets. So we don't do that. So you guys are just going to have to watch. It's going to be a fun show. If you've got an open mind, if you like entertainment, if you like seeing us really kind of butt heads, you're going to love the show. Plus the steady cam guy was absolutely amazing. So go watch that. Go support me. Right now, it's just on Hello TV. It's a token gated experience. You had to buy the token to watch the show, which again, that is a real use case, a real utility. And full disclosure, up until about a month or 2 ago, that's when I decided to invest in the Hello token. I didn't purchase it while I was filming or any of that stuff. I didn't buy any of the tokens of the projects that were on the show. I have not. The only one that I bought was Hello. So full disclosure, full disclaimer, that's what we do. We keep it honest. So I am invested now. And that's not why I want you guys to buy. I want you guys to buy if you want to watch it, or you can wait because we're going to be launching on some other streaming platforms. I don't know if I'm allowed to say which platforms they are, but it's pretty big. It's pretty massive. And there's one in particular that if it closes is going to be the first of its kind, and it is going to absolutely blow people's minds. So I don't know, maybe that's why I'm a little off today, because of that energy, because I feel lots of energy from all different outlets, and sometimes it's just a little bit too much for me, which is okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed, and I wouldn't be able to do this, and I wouldn't be able to get these opportunities if it wasn't for all of you supporting me and Lo, because when you guys support me, you are supporting Lo. So thank you. I appreciate it. But smash the like, share this, shout out to TikTok, shout out to YouTube, shout out to my mods, shout out to the 155 currently watching. I know I'm hungry now too. Yeah, Rand's a booty head. He is a booty head. He's a booty head. Yeah, they're all booty heads there. Except my brothers. Send my brothers. We love Altcoin Daily. I will protect them at all costs. No, they're my really good friends. Let's take a look at the current market. We're going to get into what's going on with Bitcoin because it all matters. All of this matters. So right now, everything's up. Everything is pumping so hard. I still don't know what the heck BTT is doing. Like, that was for BitTorrent. Whatever. I used to have a bag on that, but I don't anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where half of my bags are. But anyways, really the first story where we got the title from was a big volume day for BlackRock as Bitcoin ETF notched 1 billion in volume. Okay. And it coincides with this story over here from Cointelegraph. And basically, yesterday's total trading volume for the spot Bitcoin ETFs hit 1 billion. Of course, BlackRock led the pack, which you guys, if you watch the channel, you know they would. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust IBIT had a daily trading volume of $341.2 million. And then Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust had 296. Fidelity's fund, FBTC fund came in third with 200 million, and the other 7 funds had 188 million. Somebody asked me when the Tucker interview is coming out. I don't know, but I'm actually very interested in seeing that, and I'll explain why. This is me. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I like to get both sides of I like to get a perspective of both sides. That doesn't mean I support the person. That doesn't mean I think that they're doing the right thing. That doesn't mean I side with them. I just want to hear what they have to say. You want to know why? Want to know why? Because you're going to find a little bit of truth in there always, for the most part. And then you can take that information that you heard, and then you can come up with a conscious decision on your own about a lot of other topics. Oop. Anyway, so I digress. Let's get back into crypto. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin, and that's why we're seeing a massive pump. I mean, look at this. Look at this. We talked about this yesterday. We called it on the show. We're on a bullish trajectory. We're on our way up. We were able to flip and break above $44,000. Absolutely fantastic. This is good. It's solid. It makes me happy. I'm going to go ahead and remove the drawing tools on the Bitfinex chart, and we are going to go ahead and take a look at the weekly. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the weekly. Also, D, if you're watching this, I think we're going to have bread for dinner. All right. So this was the area I was talking about, that $44,000 area. And this is the weekly. The reason why I'm showing you the weekly is because so you can clearly see. We were trading in this range for the most part of about 40,000 to about 44,000. Okay. 44,000. We're currently trading at 45,000. I says we need to break and flip above it. This is the weekly. The weekly looks great. This is also why I says be cautious with this MACD here on the weekly, because those are not always guaranteed to bull cross, and they take a lot longer to confirm. And Market Cipher is bullish. I was feeling a little bit bearish back in December about Bitcoin, that we're going to have a really gnarly drop. That didn't in fact happen. And again, I was watching to see what happens. A lot of people are still calling for 30,000 and whatever, and that's fine. Do I think that could happen? Yes. I think we could have a very volatile dump before the halvening, or maybe after the halvening around that. But right now we're bullish, and you can see this trend line over here. Excuse me, the EMA 9. We're bullish, and I'm going to trade the trend. Okay, I'm going to trade the trend. So right now, my next target for Bitcoin would be about 47. And that's due to these candle heads up here. And then then I would look to about $48,000. If Bitcoin hits $50,000, I'm going to do this on stream. But other than that, we're bullish. Everything looks absolutely fantastic. I want to check the volume here out of curiosity. I'm going to check the volume. Volume is like pretty slight on the weekly, but let's take a look at the daily. Daily's looking a little bit better. We're ramping up, but this is what we look like on the daily for Bitcoin. And this is actually a very, very bullish, positive setup. We're running, MACD is running, Market Cipher is running. So we'll probably, if we don't rock straight up to about 47, we'll consolidate in this range. But right now we might just shoot up. Why? Because everybody's super excited, and you guys should be excited. This is good. It is good. The coolest thing about Bitcoin and about crypto is when you have just been through the trenches in the bear market, you've done your due diligence, you've come up with the trading investing plan, and you're making money because you did that yourself. You literally worked so hard. You educated yourself. You read the white paper. You practice taking profit. You have an idea of where you want to take profit. You have a plan. It doesn't matter. You have your trading investing journal. You have your plan. And you work so hard throughout the bear market. And I'm proud of you. Like if you're holding Bitcoin and you were buying those dips, even if you had limit orders set down to 5,000 or 10,000 or 12,000 or whatever, I'm proud of you. You guys are doing amazing. And you know what? it's fantastic. It makes me happy. And I feel very honored to be around a group of such intelligent people. It makes me happy. But as far as Bitcoin goes, we're still bullish right now. I will give you a bearish scenario because I think that's important for transparency. A bearish scenario would really kind of be just kind of consolidating in between about 47 and 44,000. So I absolutely love it. I'm proud of you guys. Also, too, if you would like to trade with me, we are partnered with 2 exchanges. The first one is going to be for my degenerates. They have no KYC. It's for people that are more experienced traders or investors that understand the importance of not your keys, not your coins. In addition to that, they do offer leverage, but it's those of you who know you're not supposed to use more than 2 to 3 times leverage. Those types of things. Okay. So coincatch, if y'all are interested, go ahead and use that. For those of you that are more conservative that want to use something that's kind of tried and true, we have a ref link to Coinbase. With Coinbase, you do need to read the terms of services, not your keys, not your coins. And what's really cool about Coinbase is that they are giving up to $200, I believe, in different things that they're doing. And in addition to that, they do have a Web3 wallet, so you don't have to leave your crypto on an exchange. But if you are going to use that, learn how to use it first. Okay. So anyways. And Queen said, stop grifting and smash the like. We got to get these up. Queen said, still in my 16,000 long green. I thought I said green O. Queen says, still in my 16,000 long. Good for you. I'm very proud of you. That's amazing. You had conviction. You took the trade. You probably consulted your trading and investing journal, and you're doing well. And you know what? I am over the moon for you. Over the moon. I'm happy when you guys make money. I'm happy when you guys do a degen play. I'm happy when you do a conservative play, just as long as it's called coincatch, and it's on CryptoWendyO.com. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the next story over here. Today is a good day. I'm going to be grateful today. This is the ibit chart over here. Oh, thank you so much, Mixing, for sending this to me. I've been meaning to put this on my watch list, but I haven't because you know me, we're a little bit lazy over here. We're a little bit lazy-bazy over here. I'll come back to this later. Actually, we'll add this. iShares, I'll do it later. But anyways, this is the iShares chart. And it looks like we got a big old gap here at about $25, which that will get filled. There's also another gap here at about $23.53. Generally, the gaps get filled. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. Right now, these are kind of hard to trade. And it's so funny. Another thing, too, like not the spot ETFs, but the newer charts. Those are a lot harder to trade because there's not a whole lot of price history. But one thing I will say is even brand new crypto coins that that they get listed on Binance or Coinbase or whatever it is, they always dump. After a while, they'll generally pump and dump. But this is straight down. And we've seen this happen before too with a lot of, exchanges. So this just goes to show you that a lot of this stuff really isn't that much different. But anyways, let's get into this story. This is Mr. Fred. And I don't think you guys know who Mr. Fred is. Last time I checked, I think he was the guy from EOS. That's some old school stuff over there. But what is Mr. Fred talking about? Okay. He says over here, it will have taken less than 30 days for the new 9 to overtake MicroStrategy and Bitcoin holdings. So according to Mr. Fred's post, the new ETFs will overtake MicroStrategy today in terms of Bitcoin holdings. It took them less than 30 days to achieve. Well, it's a lot of different companies that are holding. Okay. MicroStrategy was just one. So he's talking about a culmination of 9 of the Bitcoin spot ETFs. So why does this matter? Well, this is called centralization. But this is what you all wanted. A lot of you guys wanted the Bitcoin spot ETF. You guys wanted the institutions to come in. So this is what you get. So basically, you're going to have a bunch of rich people hold on to an asset that was created for you to hold. But again, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin because I'm going to be grifting ethically with these guys and I can't wait to dump on them. And that should be your mindset too, if you want. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you want to make as much money as ethically as possible and then dump on these a-holes that are doing predatory, horrible things behind the scenes? It is what it is. But anyways, very interesting stuff over here. Very, very interesting stuff. MicroStrategy owns a lot of Bitcoin. I think they have 190,000 now, around that. And now these top companies do in traditional finance. Interesting stuff, right? Yeah. Now let's talk about this. This is from Bitcoin Magazine. MicroStrategy now considers itself the world's first Bitcoin development company. What? Let's read this over here. Oh, got to get my reading glasses on, babies. Get it on. And I'll go ahead and get rid of myself. Y'all don't want to see me. All right, let's go. Ah! Sorry, I have a shrapnel thing in there. I don't think you could hear it anymore. All right, Microstrategy, NASDAQ, Master, MSTR considers itself the world's first Bitcoin development company. We are a publicly traded operating company committed to continue development of the Bitcoin network through our activities in the financial markets, advocacy, and tech innovation. As an operating business, we are able to use cash flows as well as proceeds from equity and debt financing. That's important right there. That's important right there. Equity from debt and financing. That basically means they're taking out collateralized loans and they're taking out loans on what they've got. That's what people do. That's what rich people do is they'll buy properties, they will refinance, so they take out loans and they'll rinse and repeat and buy more properties. And they are doing this to accumulate more Bitcoin, which serves as the primary treasury reserve asset. We also develop and provide industry-leading AI-powered enterprise analytics software that promotes our vision of intelligence everywhere, and are using our software development capabilities to develop Bitcoin applications. We believe that the combination of our operating structure, Bitcoin strategy, and focus on technology innovations provides a unique opportunity for value creation. Well, that sounds a little bit grifty to me. So basically, we bought a bunch of Bitcoin. We're refinancing, we're taking out loans, we're using the equity, we're getting debt, we're rinse, and repeating and putting it back into Bitcoin. So I don't know. I get it, but that just makes it not as decentralized as what it's supposed to be, right? But hey, pump my bags, Mr. Sailor. Pump my bags. Pump my bags. Anyways, let's get into the next story. Actually, I want to know what you guys think about MicroStrategy. Do you think Michael Saylor has good intentions? Do y'all think he's a grifter? What do you think? I want to know. Also, too, are you watching Killer Whales? 59% of you said no. How dare you? No, I'm not going to send you a DM at all. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. All right, let's get into the next story. Oh, yeah, this is from Mr. Archie or Mrs. Archie. We love them. Sweet, sweet, nice people. Yeah, but basically MicroStrategy is a Bitcoin company. Yeah, I'm happy for them. Good for them. Happy for them. Anyways, let's get into this one. Oh, this is CoinCatch. Again, the ref link is down below. No KYC. They're on my website. They're giving away up to $5,300 in rewards if you sign up. Trade at your own risk. But let's talk about Ethereum development because they target March 13 for milestone Dencun upgrade on mainnet. And yes, I am a big Ethereum holder. Why? Because I want that stuff to pump. And we should be getting a definitive answer for the Ethereum spot ETF, hopefully in May, because that's what the deadline, I believe, for Fidelity is. And we covered this yesterday. But let's get into the tidbits of this story over here. Okay. So the Ethereum upgrade Dencun, we talked about it before, but it was originally planned for late 2023. And one of the things I want to say about Ethereum is since I've been covering it on the show, as far as the upgrades go, majority of the upgrades never launch on time. They never launch on time. Why? Because development is hard. So we should cut developers some slack. So we're kind of still waiting on that. Okay. And they have now set the upgrade for March 13th of 2024, which is a little bit more of a, I can't even think right now. It's a little bit more of a realistic goal. And it's basically going to focus on reducing transactions costs. And I hope it does. I really, really hope it does, because it's so, I shouldn't have to because again, when we do payroll, we send stables on ETH because we're a crypto company for the most part. And it costs money, man. I shouldn't have to spend $10 per transaction. Let me send it on Solana. But I just haven't really done that on Solana just because it's ERC20 is so much easier. But the reason why this is going to minimize the transaction fees is apparently the proto-dank sharding, and that's basically going to cut the cost on Ethereum layer 2 networks. But I want the cost to be cut on the actual Ethereum network, not the layer 2 networks. Okay, why would I want it on the layer 2 networks? Because they're already affordable. Matic's already affordable. Okay, I wanted to use straight Ethereum, and I want it to be affordable. My daughter's been doing that to me, right, a lot. When she's done doing something, she's like, and I said, Do you know who you're talking to? Yeah, you. I love my baby though, my little stink. I wake her up every morning. Time for school, little Stinky. She likes to be called Stinky, so I call her Stinky. Anyways, the testnet success. So Whole Sky testnet deployment went smoothly, which is good. And the transaction cost reduction, the proto-dank sharding is going to lower the cost for certain transactions, the layer 2 stuff, which... And apparently the test conducted to ensure a smooth upgrade. And the next upgrade is going to be Prague Electra. I like that name, Electra. It is planned with features like Verkle trees to enhance data storage. So basically you're going to be able... Wendy, doesn't the new ETH upgrade lower the gas costs? They say it's going to, but then when we read a little bit more, it says the layer 2. So let's see if it actually impacts the original layer, because I want to do stuff on the original layer. Like, I hate using layer 2s. It's just boring to me and it takes more time. I'm a busy person, baby. But I also want to talk a little bit about this. What is an ERC-404 token? This is important. Actually, I want to take a look at the Ethereum chart first. Sorry, guys. My emotional state of being is like a little bit off right now. It's just a little bit off. There's a lot of energy floating around with the whole killer whales thing. And I'm like, because they dragged me last time, which I don't really care about, because I feel like, Hiss, that song from Meg. But at the same time, it just gets draining. It's like, I need my energy for other stuff. Okay. But anyways, Ethereum looks absolutely gorgeous. Very, very gorgeous. Let's get back up to 2,600 bibis. 2,600 bibis. That'd be great. Again, I want to see Ethereum at 10,000. If Ethereum hits $10,000, most of my money problems are gone, and I'll be very, very, very happy. What do I think about BRC20? I love BRC20. We talk about them all the time. I told you guys, I screamed at you many times to get into them. All right, so let's talk a little bit about ERC-404, because when I literally see, when I saw this, I was like, Ethereum, like ERC-404, isn't that like some sort of error? But anyways, let's read about it a little bit. So it's an experimental token standard built on Ethereum, and it aims to combine the functionalities of ERC-20 tokens, fungible tokens, and ERC-721 tokens, NFTs, into a single standard. So fractionalized NFTs. ERC-404 tokens can be fungible, non-fungible. Okay. And unlike traditional NFTs, ERC-404 have built-in liquidity mechanisms allowing for easier trading and fractional ownership. Supply of ERC-404 tokens can be adjusted through code, enabling innovative tokenomic models. So instantly when I hear about this is for, there's a couple groups of people that this is for. This is for the real world assets people, which basically that's what an NFT was. So basically it's just enhancing the original mechanism we already have for Ethereum and for NFTs in that particular sector. So basically what it is, it's going to provide like more liquidity. It's going to be easier for you guys to trade back and forth with this stuff. So basically, in my mind, the way I'm rationalizing this is that you have, when you're utilizing this, you can basically fractionalize a lot easier. So this is going to be great for music NFTs. This is going to be great. Let's say, for example, you're in real estate and you're buying properties, and you've got a group of people you're investing with, stuff like that. Or let's say, for example, you buy a car. Let's say you buy a car for your kid, and you tell them, you both have, you buy the NFT that symbolizes the ownership of the RWA, the real world asset, and then you fractionalize it to where they get a certain portion, and then they pay you back. And once they pay you back, each time they get more and more ownership of it. I don't know. That's where my mind is kind of going with this. But that makes sense. It makes sense when you actually want to share a portion of that NFT for a particular reason. Or maybe, let's say, for example, you want to buy a super expensive NFT. You can't afford it. So you get with a group of buddies and you're like, hey, let's all put in $1,000 each and let's buy this NFT. So that would make sense too in that aspect. So I think it's just kind of an experimental thing. We already have it, but it's just a better version that they're testing out. So I think it's super cool. And it's important to pay attention to these, because what we see happen with Ethereum a lot is Ethereum, when it comes to NFTs, when it comes to all of this building, it kind of launches there first, and then you'll see Solana and you'll see a lot of other chains take it. And that's the whole reason why we have all these other layer ones, is because of Ethereum, even though Ethereum's got its problems with ETHgate and all that stuff. I think it's super cool. So I like it. I'm with it. I hope that I explained that correctly. If not, apologies, but that's just the way my mind rationalizes it. And if I'm wrong, drop me a mention in the chat. Gamer, correct me. I don't mind if you guys correct me all, but I think that's super cool. I want to check the chat. Did Gamer correct me? Of course, Gamer's got a flex. He says Alex Labs is up 2,300 on the yearly chart currently. We have not even started the real Bitcoin bull run yet. Either probably nothing. Yeah. Gamer's flexing in there because he always does. But that's how I think of the ERC 404s. It's funny that they call it 404 though. Anyways. All right. So LFG, Jupiter reveals which tokens it could launch next on Solana. So if you guys don't know what Jupiter is the Solana exchange. Is kind of the equivalent of a Uniswap on Ethereum. It's been beating Uniswap in volume on and off consistently. They gave a token airdrop. I have that airdrop. I got it. I didn't sell it. But I do want to take a moment to see if we can chart that. I want to take a moment to do that. Okay, let's see. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can find Jupe, because I think it dumped and people are mad. People are freaking out. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they? Jupe Tether. We'll do Binance. All right. So is this Jupe? Is it the right one? Actually, let's go to CoinMarketCap. And I've been using CoinMarketCap more than CoinGecko because CoinMarketCap shows me love. CoinGecko has showed me absolutely no love, and I don't have a deal with CoinMarketCap either. They show me love. All right. So yeah. Okay. So currently is a trade 53 cents. So is this the right chart? And this is why you want to use like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, that type of stuff, just to make sure, because there's so many different tokens and all kinds of stuff. And you want to make sure that you have the correct contract address and all that stuff. And you can find all that stuff over here. The websites, the contract address can be right over here. So right now it's currently trading at 53 cents. So let me go back to my over here. Where are we at? We're about 53 cents. So this was Jupe. I don't know why people are having a meltdown about it. What's wrong with this? What's the deal? I don't understand why people are mad. If this is the correct chart, what's the deal? It just was kind of going sideways on the 4 hour. That's not bad at all. If anything, that we've got support here at about 50 cents. I hope this is the right one also. And then we're in a downtrend, so then we bounce up maybe. If not, then we go down lower. It's a freaking airdrop. Apparently, a lot of people bought like in the higher areas, so I guess that's why people are mad about the price with that. But honestly, why would you buy an airdrop? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you want to buy an airdrop, that's fine. That's your business. But if you're buying an airdrop, you're buying into something that a bunch of people were given for free, and the chances of you getting dumped on are pretty high. And that's like what we say with pre-sales too. Like, if you're going to get in a pre-sale and you don't get into the rounds, wait until the thing cools off. Like, wait, because if you do not do that, you're going to get wrecked. Anyways, let's talk about what they're building over there. Okay. Let's talk about this is not an ugly chart either. It's really just kind of like whatever. Let's get into it over here. So Jupiter may launch at three more tokens via its LFG Launchpad. A Launchpad is basically where you can participate in a bunch of different sales and all kinds of stuff. Even what are those called? Fair launches where there's no sale. The founder outlined 3 OG Solana projects that they want to launch on their own token with LFG. The projects include Sanctum, which is a liquid staking service, Sharky, platform for NFT-backed loans, and dBridge, infrastructure provider for cross-chain digital asset trading. And the projects will introduce themselves to the Jupiter community through town hall meetings. The community will then decide via a Jupe-back vote in the Jupiter DAO whether to allow any of these projects to launch tokens to the Launchpad. That's actually really cool. That's actually really, 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 really cool. I like that they're going to be using the Jupe-back vote in the Jupiter DAO, so the community gets to decide on it. I'm not a big fan of DAOs because I just don't think they solve anything. It's just people who have the most money get the say, which that's whatever. I digress. I know. But I like these ideas like Sanctum, the liquid staking service, Sharky, the platform for NFT-backed loans. A lot of use of people do that, which is dangerous, but that's y'all's business. And then dBridge, the infrastructure provider for cross-chain digital asset trading. So I think it's cool. It's cool. But now I want to talk about a project I'm personally invested in. Gala. Again, I run 3 founders nodes. I have a fat Gala moon bag, and I run 3 music nodes. And I believe Raiders got a couple film nodes running too. Okay. Our team is we're big on Gala over here. But anyways, let's talk about Gala's burn initiative. So this just came out. Okay. And apparently Mr. Benefactor himself posted it. So let's go ahead and follow them back. But he says, Gala update. As of now, we'll be burning 100% of all first party revenue. This includes all non-Gala tokens. It also includes all of our cash purchases. How will this work, you ask? If a user buys something with a credit card and we receive that as USD, we will then buy Gala on Uniswap and then burn the amount purchased. That is really, really cool. And KG, naughty boy. KG's always up there running his mouth. We love KG. He's cool. He's cool. All right, but anyways, let's talk about the Gala Burn initiative and what this means. Okay, so it's basically kind of, piggybacking off of Bitcoin supply principle. So we'll go ahead and read the entire thing. So Satoshi Nakamoto highlighted supply importance in digital currency, and it is. And that's why when I see projects with a lot of tokens, I'm like, yikes. Why do we need that many? Bitcoin only has 21 million. But again, like different projects need a lot of tokens for different things. Okay. And again, the Bitcoin halving occurs every 210,000 blocks, which reduces miner rewards, which makes it more scarce. And then the Gala supply mechanism. This is all related. Okay. So Gala's capped at 50 billion tokens, which is a lot. And daily emission adjusts based on the circulating supply. Burning happens when Gala is used as gas. Okay, so when you're doing something on Gala, and you're using their chains for different things, whether you gotta move funds or buy this or run this or whatever the heck it is, that's when Gala gets burned. And burning mechanisms are a very important part of tokenomics for a lot of projects. Okay. And Gala burned 620 million in Gala back in 2023, and they basically want to show the community trust. Okay. Basically, Gala's new purpose, and again, they were working on the roadmaps, they're working on the tokenomics, and they're changing things a bit on all the different ecosystems that I know for sure. But basically, Gala's new purpose is going to be the ecosystem's gas token, and then it's also implemented dynamic supply-based halving for founder node rewards. So run those nodes, baby. I'm running them. And as far as the Gala chain growth, they're basically going to be onboarding developers for expansion, and they want to be the first billion user blockchain. That's what they want. Oh, thank you, Mixing. I appreciate it. So that's what's going on with Gala. And again, I'm holding it. If it goes to zero, cool. It's a moon bag for me. Okay. Another update with Gala is going to be from Mr. Bitbender. Check out what's going on with Go Gala Games. The Gala ecosystem begins to unfold. Get in here and start building on Gala chain. So let's read it. Okay. Oh, wrong one. It was over here. Here, I think this is the right one. Sorry, I've got like really bad anxiety right now. But basically, this is a post that was posted on X, but this is with Mr. Benefactor. We just pulled up his tweet before. But basically, they went and they asked if game devs and studios are allowed to use Gala products in their own titles. And they asked if they need permission or license. The Gala CEO responded and said, go ahead and build with our stuff. So basically, they're talking about interoperability. What does that mean? That basically means if you have anything, and I remember talking a bit better about this a while ago, I think, but basically any asset you have in Gala, if you've got a Vox or if you've got anything in Mirandus, whatever that is, you can use that in other games. Gala is allowing their assets to be interoperable, which is freaking amazing. Like, that's a cool thing about NFTs. You cannot be a Fortnite person and also play Call of Duty and merge those assets together in those games, as far as I know. Like, I remember playing Nintendo 64 and you couldn't get your Sega Genesis Sonic to play with your Donkey Kong unless they created a game for that. So this is really cool. I like, and this is one of the reasons why I've stuck with Gala, is just because I actually do believe in the tech. I am kind of in the tech for them and what they're building. And again, that's primarily because I have a moon bag, and if it goes to zero, it's not going to really impact me that much. So I think it's super, super cool. Anyways, we wanted to highlight them. And next, let's talk about this. This is important. And make sure you guys smash the like and support me. I would appreciate that. We got 300 of you watching. But Gala has no max supply. Well, they're going to be burning stuff. Neither does Ethereum. Ethereum doesn't have a max supply either, but y'all buy that. Gamer, you're always correct, Wendy. Damn it, Gamer. You are supposed to tell me if I'm wrong or not. Queen just giving flowers to Gamer because you know what? This is the thing. I'm going to tell you all right now, too. And it drives me absolutely crazy. Like, we drop a lot of alpha in this show, but nobody listens. And then you have dodos that are like, Woody doesn't give any alpha. We actually do give a lot of alpha, but a lot of people just don't listen, and that's okay. But Gamer gives alpha in the chat like literally every single day. And if you guys would have gotten to Alex when he talked about it, you'd have been up 2,300%. But oh, I'm chubby today. All right, let's get into this story. Woo! All right. Crypto use and money laundering is far below cash, U.S. Treasury. So cash is preferred by criminals, which we know because you cannot track cash. You can't. How do I know this? Well, I watched The Sopranos, so I know. No, cash is always used by criminals the most. It really, really is. It just is. So the advantage of using cash, anonymity, stability, and widespread acceptance, especially U.S. currencies. The common methods is bulk cash smuggling involving U.S. dollars, prevalent for laundering both domestically and internationally, private aircraft increasingly used for cross-border cash smuggling. So it's a little bit harder to use in crypto, but again, with crypto, you can track it. Even if you use a mixer, you can still track it to an extent. So people are saying crypto misuse. Crypto, while less using cash, still misuse in cases like ransomware scams and the T word. Report emphasizes AML obligations, highlighting compliance failures of Binance. $4.3 billion settlement. Okay, so they're using Binance because it's easy. They're using Binance because they're an easy target. I wonder why they're not going super hard after FTX. Oh, that's right, because FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried was President Biden's second largest donor. Cough, cough. And then in addition to that, a lot of public servants got a lot of money from them. So of course they're going to go after Binance, but they're not going to go after FTX for that. And when they say the T word, yes, 100% crypto could be used for that. Same with cash. And maybe the reason why they're actually able to specifically say it was used for that, because they can track it, but they can't track with cash. Or we know the big players that are actually doing bad things with cash. Cough, cough, JP Morgan. So of course they're going to use the T word for crypto to get people in their feels, to get people in their emotions, but they're not going to comment on how much was used with cash. So think about that. And again, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying I condone that. I'm just saying, think. All right, let's get into the next one. Maxine Waters, lawmakers very close to a stablecoin deal. Of course, Maxine, because, you know, where's you and your buddy? Hey, Mixing, next time we should put a picture of her and Mr. Bankman-Fried up there together. Oop. Anyways, lawmakers are reportedly close to passing a stablecoin bill after a month of trying to reach a deal with House Financial Services Committee Chair Patrick McHenry. Waters says they're close to getting it passed. She says that that's what's important to me. Our central bank should have the power of oversight and should have the ability to be at the head of this. We worked something out with the feds, and I think it's okay. Waters has been negotiating how to regulate stablecoins with McHenry for over 20 months. I just got to say this, though, okay? I just got to say this. Why so much emphasis on stablecoins from the public servants? Why? I keep hearing regulation for stablecoins. Why? Stablecoins aren't volatile. USDC and Tether, they have public reserves, so you can check. And they're not really super volatile. Like they have depegged in the past, which is normal. We've talked about it. But why is there so many? Why is there so many bills? And what is the urgency with stablecoins? But not regulating crypto, but not giving us clear guidelines as to what crypto is, what we can and can't do with it. Think about that. Well, I'll tell you why if you don't want to think about it and you're lazy. A CBDC. That's why. Because they want to be able to they want to lay the infrastructure down for a CBDC, and they want to push that thing out as fast as they can. You want to know why? Because they want they want you all to be inclusive. They want you all to be equal. They want to, what other words do we use? Inclusive. We want to, encourage diversity to come in. No. Anytime you hear inclusion, baby, it basically means they want to oppress you. They want to equally oppress you. If it's a public servant saying inclusion, publicly oppress you equally. When it's a community center saying inclusivity, that's a little bit different. Okay. So be careful who you're listening to and what verbiage they're using. And if you don't believe me, go watch Hotep Jesus, because my big brother will drop it and he will tell you the same way, but a little bit better. Gamers flexing in the chat. He goes, remember a couple of years ago when I got everyone into stacks? They have direct correlation with Bitcoin ordinals. They're also the creators of Alex Labs. Both are up 16% per day. You know how Gamer loves to flex in the chat. He's like the most nice, polite person, but at the end of the day, in the chat, he'll be like, well, I called this 15 months ago. I love messing with you, gamer. It's funny. No, but honestly, you should be paying attention to the chat. When he talks, you should listen or pay attention at least. All right, let's get into the next story because I got a bunch of media things I have to do today, but I'd rather be here with you guys. All right, so this is from Mr. Stuart Altroy, the CLO of Ripple. In Coinbase, the SEC told the judge that crypto is a rounding error. No legislative gap exists, and thus crypto can be swept into its authority. Yesterday, the SEC, Yellen, told Congress crypto legislation is needed to fill regulatory gaps. Both statements cannot be true. Let's read that again. SEC told a judge that crypto is a rounding error. No legislation gap exists, and thus crypto can be swept into its authority. Yesterday, Yellen told Congress crypto legislation is needed to fill regulatory gaps. Both statements can't be true. And you know what? He's right. How can the SEC say we don't have any regulations for crypto, so we want to go ahead and regulate it? I think that's what they meant. And then Yellen told Congress that they need to fill the regulatory gaps. So what are we doing here? Are we regulating crypto? Is the SEC regulating crypto, or is it Congress regulating crypto? Who's doing it? Who's doing it? Because if that's the case, why is the SEC going after Ripple? See, this is the thing. Like, it's very, very hard to talk about this stuff every single day because there's so many inconsistencies. It's so moronic. And it just makes me mad that these people make more money than me, more money than you, more money than you, more money than everybody. And they're the ones that are in charge of what we can and can't do with our money. Do you see why I get so pissed off? And I'm so frustrated? This is upsetting. You should be mad. You literally should be mad at this stuff. Like, gosh. And it's not, and don't give me the, well, you vote, you get what you vote for. No, that's not true, because a lot of times these people promise X, Y, and Z and they don't fulfill. Also, too, in many cases, we don't really get to vote. In the California, I am almost 100% positive that they don't count votes and they literally just put who they want into power. I am very much convinced. Very, very, very much convinced that when we're talking about crypto law and regulation, well, no, just in California, I apologize. I got a little sidetracked. We're talking about laws and regulations in California, like with our public servants. I literally feel like they just put people into power, because I talk to people and they're like, I didn't vote for this person. I didn't want this policy. And then when it actually comes to crypto, when we're talking about crypto, it's like we have everything that's all over the place. And it's not even like in a decentralized manner. It's just there's so much unorganization. And what actually happens here, it's hurting the economy because there's confusion. Because like, okay, I want to start a crypto company. I want to get licensed. The SEC is telling me to come talk to them. But then when I come in and I talk to the SEC, I can't get a meeting with Gensler. I can't get a meeting with this person. And then you sue me after because I tried to meet with you for 3 years and I've submitted all my documents and you haven't given me an answer. That's what we see happening in the crypto industry. And I get the public servants want to protect retail, and they also want to protect their best interest, because that's what's really happening. We're talking about control of our money, but they're not doing it. They're not protecting anyone. California politics have been fixed for years. Oh, have they? Yes, they have. And one of the reasons why I know in California that people that are voted, that they say, okay, well, that's who you vote for, which they just put people into power, is because when I lived in a certain city, things didn't happen as to what the people were telling me that they voted for. I don't want to get into that now. But, and I understand the happy medium of like, you have to have some kind of law and order. But at the same time, when we're talking about crypto, we're not getting a fair shake. We're really, really, really not getting a fair shake. And it's frustrating to me because I want to see everybody get money ethically. But at the same time, it's like we need guidelines. So that's all. But anyways, yay, crypto. Now, talking about this story here. It's from David Ditch. And they are talking about growing spending is a problem. This is the most important chart to understand for America's future, both economically and politically. Basically, the federal budget will go out of control if we have no wars or recessions for the next 30 years. We felt the consequences of the fused deficit spike in 2020. The worst inflation wave in 4 decades, leaving typical households worse off today than they were 5 years ago. Interest rate hikes have put a family home out of reach for young couples across the country, not just in coastal cities. Interest rates have also made payments to cover national debt surge to the highest levels. We're set to have a larger and greater deficits as federal spending grows on autopilot every year. Means more inflationary pressure, keeping the cost of living high and making it harder to bring interest rates down. Problem isn't a lack of interest, but the relentless growth of government. And you know what? I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. So basically, they're talking about having more wars and doing X, Y, and Z. And this is the thing. I understand that we need to send money places sometimes, and we should be helping people out, and we should be, you know, supporting different social programs and whatnot. But can we really have a serious talk, and can we really start going through a lot of these programs and showing why we still need them? Because really right now, what I'm looking at, the only, like, I want to make sure the elderly are taken care of. I want to make sure our kids are taken care of first. And I want to make sure we've got good roads, that type of stuff. But there's so much shadiness and there's so much drama and unnecessary spending that's happening. Like, honestly, if your country's having a problem, why don't you just cut government salaries? Americans are getting salary cuts. Americans are having trouble finding jobs. Americans aren't able to make ends meet. So why can't the public servants take a salary cut? Number one. Why? We don't know. We don't know. We're just not going to do it. So yeah, there's a lot of problem with spending. It's just very frustrating at this point. It's very frustrating at this point when and you know, with the whole housing thing, I've got my ideas on that. And again, a lot of corporations came in and they bought homes, they bought properties. A lot of people that are not American citizens that do not pay taxes here are buying in properties, and that takes away from those that are living here paying taxes. If people are paying, if you live in America and you're paying taxes, you should be able to buy a property. And the people that are buying multiple properties and they're renting them out and they're doing the Airbnb, you should be limited at what you can and can't buy. And to me, it's absolutely crazy that a lot of these mortgage companies will give loans out, continue to give loans out to people like 10 or 20 properties. It's just ridiculous. It really, really is. Because all they're doing is they're buying, they're refinancing, they're pulling money out and rinse and repeating and doing it over and over again. But I'm just an idiot shock jock. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know? I want to share something with you guys. So I appreciate this this over here. So I want to share something with you guys. This is very powerful. And I am very, very happy for the people of El Salvador. President Bukele officially is he is the president of El Salvador. And I want to share this video with you guys because it's actually a very beautiful video to hear him, the passion he has and how he cares for his people. And again, I'm not saying he's perfect. He's still a public servant. But at the end of the day, President Biden could never. I don't even think the man could formulate a sentence. And you know what? That's not necessarily slamming him. He needs to retire. He does. They need to have term limits and age limits, all kinds of stuff.
Pasamos de ser literalmente, no es una exageración, no es una hipérbole, literalmente pasamos de ser el país más inseguro del mundo a ser el país más seguro.
And I want to say something too. Crypto Twitter dragged me when I says I want to move to El Salvador. Oh, she doesn't know. Oh, she doesn't know. She's a stupid American. It was mostly a bunch of the Euros that have that mentality. So I just want to take a minute to say, F you. Because first off, I'm born and raised LA County, baby. You have no idea what we've seen here. Second off, I know El Salvador is very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous for a long time. But guess what? At this point, living in LA, as long as I have born and bred, I feel safer in other countries sometimes because it's a mess over here. It is an absolute mess. I can't even go down to Hollywood Boulevard if I wanted to bring my daughter to look at the stars. You want to know why? Because there's people that are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I wouldn't bring her down there. 20 years ago, yes. Today, no. Anyways.
De todo el hemisferio occidental.
Look at all those people. Look at all those people that came to cheer.
El país más seguro de todo el continente americano. ¿Y qué dijeron? Está violando derechos humanos. ¿Los derechos humanos de quién? ¿De la gente honrada? No.
You're violating human rights because they were incarcerating gang members. But whose human rights? You break the law and you harm an innocent? You should be able to walk around free? What about the people that are paying taxes, that are living right, that are getting up, that are working hard, that are contributing to their country? They should have to live in fear? No, baby. That's not how that works. And I understand why people are upset about that. And, you know, we've talked about this before. I feel bad for the young kids that get coerced into joining gangs and doing horrible things. Horrible things. I get it. I feel my heart goes out to them. But at the same time, it's like, so you're going to choose somebody who's causing harm, or you're going to choose somebody that is trying to do the best they can and just make ends meet.
Tal vez pusimos prioridad en los derechos de la gente honrada sobre los derechos de los delincuentes. Eso es lo único que hemos hecho y lo que ustedes a eso le llaman violar derechos humanos. Yo le pregunto a estos organismos, a estos gobiernos de naciones extranjeras, le pregunto a estos periodistas, ¿por qué desean que nos maten? ¿Por qué desean ver sangre de salvadoreños? ¿Por qué no están felices de que en nuestro país ya no corre la sangre que corría antes? ¿Por qué debemos morir nosotros y nuestros hijos para que ustedes...
Do you want us all to unalive? Do you want our children to unalive? He's protecting the children here. And you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it one time only. Actually, I'm going to keep saying it because some people need to hear it. When trauma is inflicted on somebody, it stays with them their entire life. If you're a young child and trauma is inflicted on you, that stays with you your entire life, and you will struggle your entire life in many cases. Part of the reason why we have so many problems is we're not focused on protecting our babes, and we need to be. On that note, I've got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching me. Thank you guys so much for using the ref links down in the description, for liking this, for sharing this, for hearing what I have to say, but listening to yourself and continuing to do your due diligence. I rock with you. Thank you guys so much. And I don't know what I'm going to drop for you guys later today. I might start dropping some memes for y'all. But anyway, sending everybody love and light. WendyO is out. Bye. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Love and light to everybody. Go do something nice for somebody today, okay? Thank you.